Guys, welcome back to L'Amour La Musique and to my review of the March Beauty Heroes box featuring Free and True. Now I have to say, first of all, because you know I'm big on color therapy, the yellow tissue paper in this month's box gave me the biggest burst of energy. I know that sounds really silly. And if you've been following me for a while, you would know that I'm more of an autumn and winter person, not so much of a spring and summer person. However, there is nothing like having a baby in a cold weather climate to make you count down the days until true spring and warmer weather. So this just gave me like a little bit of a mood boost. Okay, I always love when Beauty Heroes features a brand new to me brand, a brand that I've never even heard of, let alone products that I've tried. This was such a box. It's the brand Free and True, which is a California-based, mostly skincare line, but they also have a body care product, which is the hero product. It's called the All Over Creamy Serum Body Profit. And the sidekick, or really, I guess, co-heroes, because they're a similar price point, is the Moisture Infusion Mama Pacha Cream. Full sizes of both products, and you know that it takes a lot for Jeannie to curate a box with a body care product. This was actually wonderful timing for me. I just did a whole video for Patreon last month all about my body care routine. It's a topic that I've really loved talking more and more about, especially since having a baby and going through a pretty intense postpartum period and just re-experiencing body care in a different way. So I talked at length about that on Patreon if you'd like to go here. As luck would have it, this was actually sitting in a Beauty Heroes cart. I was gonna buy it of my own accord because, you know, I stalk beauty websites to see what looks new and interesting for me to try and review for you. So I was gonna purchase this of my own accord, and then it showed up in the Beauty Heroes box. But I did go ahead and place a small Beauty Heroes order because I wanted to try something else from the Free and True line. Okay, let's get a few logistics out of the way. The Body Profit 6.8 fluid ounces retails for $48, which is actually, you know, in my mind, that's a really good price point considering that a lot of luxury body oils in the green beauty space go for over $80 to $100. So this is a large bottle. You get a substantial amount of product. And I have to say, I really like the packaging. I think that it's refreshing to see things that aren't in black glass bottles. Like, obviously, no offense, and that totally has its place, but there's just something really light and fresh and easy breezy, I guess sort of unisex, because I have been having Kaveh use both of these products too. More and more, I'm roping him into my testing process, and I wish you guys could be a fly on the wall when I'm like, oh, so, you know, what did you think of that cream I gave you to try? He's like, oh, the Mama Pacha. It's really funny. I'm gonna have him on the podcast at some point soon. The boxes, I think, are really beautiful. Reading about the products is also, I really enjoy reading about products, like reading product descriptions. I was just on the Free and True website looking at kind of what else they offer, their ethos. Bay Area, California-based brand. Everything is produced there, and I think the vast majority of the ingredients are sourced from the Bay Area. For example, they have a raw honey mask that Beauty Heroes actually doesn't carry right now, but they source the honey for that from a small farm in Napa, and then they grow a lot of the herbs that are infused into the products in Sonoma County, California. So it's a very California-based brand. The woman behind the brand is a woman named Tammy Blake, and she has a long-time career as an esthetician. Beauty entrepreneur, licensed esthetician, and certified cosmetics formulator, eco-warrior, adventurer, and mother. Those are her descriptors, so she's got a lot going on. Okay, difficult to describe this because it's not a lotion and it's not an oil. They describe it here as a creamy gel serum for the body. The powerhouse ingredients are sea buckthorn, which I totally love in skincare. I've actually been using a lot of LAMOUR, LAMOUR, the organic Mongolian skincare brand. I've been using a lot of their products at the moment because I'm going to be having the founder of that brand interviewed on Your Purpose is Beauty, my podcast. But sea buckthorn runs throughout that brand, and it's an ingredient I do really well with and I really love, especially in body care. Sunflower seed oil, coconut oil, pumpkin seed oil, tea seed oil, olive leaf extract, calendula, another favorite skincare ingredient of mine. Instructions say best applied before or after sun exposure and year-round to nourish dry and dehydrated skin. It has a fresh, summery scent, which is a proprietary blend of organic essential oils. let's talk a little bit about the texture. You can kind of see there how runny it is. I would consider it to be not, you know, super runny, but it's certainly not stiff. Now, the benefit that you're going to get from a product like this is that the absorption is almost instantaneous. There aren't a lot of body care products on the market that are more than like it almost applies like a very lightweight body lotion initially, but it absorbs even quicker than that and actually has much more of like a smoothing effect, I find, on the skin than other lotions that I've used. And obviously it absorbs much, much quicker than even a lightweight dry body oil will. So if you're someone that does a lot of body care in the morning after a morning shower, you want to get dressed and go to work right away, wonderful product. The scent is, it has like a sort of a candy scent. Not at all bad. I like the scent, and actually Kaveh likes the scent too. I don't know, this is so funny to me. I had actually given him this to try, but I had set this out too, and I didn't necessarily intend for him to use this, but he went ahead and used it. He's like, I really like that body serum. So I can attest that at least in our household, it's unisex for sure. And he is someone that's very picky about body care products, very picky about things like body gels that don't suds, or body care products that would be too sort of cloying and uncomfortable. I personally like the oily feel, but I'm more of a PM showerer and bather. So in the evening, I would probably layer something over this, but it's very amenable to using alone. In fact, a lot of times I'll do oil on my upper half and this on my legs, which I really, really enjoy. The scent is like honestly just the right amount in my opinion. So there's some other products that are scented in like a similar vein. It's sort of like candy, herbal, fruit all mixed in one. It can be overpowering in an instant. I'm thinking, for example, of something that both Kaveh and I tested recently, the Strange Bird skincare products, almost synthetic smelling and very strong and very lingering on the skin. So the scent of this is there, but it's much more subdued and it's much more pleasant in my opinion. It doesn't smell synthetic. It definitely smells herbal, fruity, candy, natural smell. That's the best way I can describe it. And you have to love a pump. Similarly, the Mama Pacha cream is also in a pump. So the superpower ingredients in this are Arctic peptides. I'm having such a hard time talking today. Beta-glucan and Gotu Kola. I've been reading a lot about Gotu Kola recently. It's in a lot of Ayurvedic skincare products that I've been researching and reading about after, you know, I've become completely obsessed with this Kasawand thing. You can go see my video to hear all about that, but Gotu Kola is showing up in a lot of products I've been currently reading up on. All-weather moisturizer formulated with the same hardy Arctic peptides that are known to thrive in marine environments, meaning they support skin resilience in harsh conditions as well. Combined with nutrient-rich butters, adaptogenic herbs, plant lipids, and hyaluronic acid to help calm sensitivity, improve barrier function, increase collagen, promises you the world, as a lot of products do. So I don't have tons of use for a standalone face cream in my routine. However, I have been trying this. This would definitely be a morning product for me. This is sort of what the consistency looks like. It has, again, like a very, very mild smell, almost like one of those non-scent types of smells. And as far as how this sits on my normal skin and how it would figure into a routine, it has definitely like a bit of a sticky is not like really the right word, but it's very like plumping to the skin, and it's not going to leave like a matte finish. It actually reminds me quite a lot in terms of the effect on the skin of something like Moon. Why do I always forget the name of the gel serum face cream that they do? Perhaps they have renamed it because now it's just called the Protect and Revive Moisturizer. Didn't it used to be called something else? Anyway, the Moon moisturizer has a very like gel-like finish, almost very plumping, leaves a bit of like a sheeny dewiness to the skin. That's kind of how I feel about Mama Pacha. I think would be good probably for all skin types. If you're oily, you may just need this and not layered over other things. If you're normal to dry, dehydrated, I would say it could definitely go over some other products. So just as an example of how I've been testing it, a morning skincare routine for me, and this is actually good because the skincare video I just did was all nighttime skincare. So for a morning routine, splash my face with water. I never wash my face in the morning. Directly on my skin, I'll put the Blue Alchemy Multi-C Serum, which I'm trying to use up. I have like this much left. Really like this product. Over top of that, after it's mostly dried down on the skin, I'll do a few spritzes of Maya Chia the Optimist, just like very minimally. Then I'll go in with a little bit of the Blue Alchemy Eye Oil Serum, which came in last month's box, around the eyes. And if I feel dry and dehydrated, I'll take a little extra of this and pat it onto my skin and then seal it all in with like half a pump of Mama Pacha. And it's a beautiful routine for my very normal skin. Late winter skin, but my skin has actually stayed really quite balanced this winter, except for a little bit of surface dehydration when indoor heating kicked on in like October here in Chicago. So this pairs really nicely as a morning routine, and then I would go in just with, you know, a tinted moisturizer with SPF after I had done that routine. Works really well for me. And the nice thing about this product that I noticed, some products I notice almost like a time release effect more than others, where it just seems like the moisture gets sort of locked in and your skin retains the effect from the application of this over time. And you don't notice that necessarily with all products, but certain formulations I definitely do notice it with. I've noticed it with this, and I've also recently noticed a time release skin perfecting effect with the new Infiore product, the Fleur Vibrant Serum Surratt. So I was going and doing a little bit of additional research on this brand because I don't know, I'm attracted to them. I think it's a really, really nice spring curation. As I said, something just feels really fresh and uplifting about the brand, especially for those of us that live in these like very cold climates. What I appreciate about the brand is, first of all, it's small and tightly edited, but the products can be mixed and matched in these interesting ways. So last month, actually, the Love More promotion included their Freedom Fighter oil, which I think looks really interesting. They have a couple cleansers, a morning and an evening balm cleanser, a rose hydrating serum, an AHA toner, and they have this illuminating honey mask. But what I like is that you could create a moisturizing mask out of this by layering either with their oil or really any oil in your routine. What they say here is you could cleanse, do the AHA complex toner, then apply a very thick layer of this and top it with some oil and leave that as like a leave-on mask for half an hour and take it off. I love when brands are creative about how their products can be used because, you know, not everybody has, like me, like I don't really have a place necessarily for a cream every day in my routine. But for example, Kaveh, my partner, does. He uses a face cream every single morning. So he's actually testing like 5 for me right now because I feel like they're a popular product. A lot of people use a traditional moisturizer. I'm just more of an oil person, I guess. And I tend to get the moisturizing step from the tinted moisturizer in my routine. But like I said, I have been finding utility for this. I think it's beautiful, and I'm probably going to experiment with using this as a moisturizing mask when I'm soaking in the bath or something. Why don't we talk now about the product that I wanted to try? I talked in my skincare video from Wednesday about how I'm low on first cleanses. So I just bought 2. This Free and True Moonlight Milk PM Balm Cleanser, and then I also recently bought the 12 Beauty Balm Cleanser. Really was curious about this. The star ingredients are black cumin, camellia, and mango. Camellia reminds me of Tatcha because they formulate with camellia seed oil a lot. Mango seed butter, castor seed oil, which is great in a first cleanse. It has that really kind of magnetic effect on drawing, you know, pollution, makeup, SPF out of the pores. So I've used this, I think, 3 times now. So it's a cleansing balm that transforms into a milk. Now, first of all, the color, I mean, whoa, how pretty is that? It has a smell that actually reminds me a lot of the Blue Alchemy face oil. I think it's like almost like a peppery type of smell. Maybe it's like the black cumin. But I mean, the color is so beautiful. So I've used this a couple of different ways. I wanted to try it both ways, you know, removed with a warm cloth, which is how I prefer to remove a balm, and then emulsified and rinsed off. The directions say warm balm between your fingers, massage onto dry skin, dampen fingertips, continue massaging allowing the balm to transform into a milky lather and rinse with water. Just removed with a cloth, I think it does a fine job. It doesn't leave the skin feeling super plump or nourished the way a traditional non-rinsing cleansing balm will. Fine, you know, that's not necessarily the point of this. Transformed into a cleansing milk, I like it better because that is how it is intended to be used. It reminds me, emulsified and rinsed off, very closely in experience to something like the Mahalo Unveil cleanser, but not nearly as strongly scented. This is much more mildly scented, and I like this kind of product because it is multi-purpose. You could ostensibly use it as a first cleanse and a second cleanse if you're someone like me that's just very dedicated to hot washcloth balm removal every night, but it really is meant to be, you know, kind of emulsified and rinsed off. The finish is very clean. It's almost more deep cleansing and leaves your skin much more of like a blank, neutral canvas than something like the Ranavat Ceremony Cream Cleanser, which leaves your skin more like kind of plumped, I guess. So it depends on what kind of cleanse you like, but this, I'm very happy to have it. I will obviously use the whole thing up, and I'll probably keep interchanging it with taking it off with a cloth, but probably more likely I'll continue to emulsify and rinse it off as a second cleanse. The 12 Beauty cleansing balm I got is a huge jar, so that'll probably be my dedicated first cleanse for a while. They also have a gel cleanser in their formula. It's in their line. It's called the Marigold Morning Creamy Gel Cleanser. So when I run out of some of my second cleanses, like the Marie Veronique Gentle Gel, this would definitely be something I would be interested in trying. So, you know, so far I'm having a really good experience with the brand. It's really touching on all of these invigorating spring skincare points for me. Super thoughtful curation. The other thing I wanted to, sorry, I'm having one of those days where I'm playing with my hair a lot because I obviously never have time to style my hair anymore. I just wash it and that's about it. So interestingly, and this ties into another project that I'm doing here on L'AMOUR La Musique. This product, the Body Prophet, it recently won an Indie Beauty Expo Best in Show award. I have been talking for a couple weeks now how I've had this idea that I want to undertake this project where I review on L'AMOUR or on my podcast these award lists or online boutique bestseller lists. So the one that I'm tackling first is A Night for Green Beauty. They have a 2019 awards list of I think 8 products, so it seemed really manageable. More recently, someone sent me the Beauty Shortlist Awards that were released like this week, like the first week of March. And then, you know, I see these Indie Beauty Best in Show Awards, which would be another category of products to pick up and test and do a review. This is obviously a long-term project because I want to procure the products, I want to use them over an extended period of time, and then just do my own kind of independent review. Mostly because it's a fun way for me to buy and test new products, and someone else or some panel of people have deemed these products good. Part of the project too is I'm really interested in how these lists are made. In truth, I've been learning some somewhat disquieting things about, for example, the Beauty Shortlist Awards, just in terms of how the awards are presented to consumers, to us, the public. I think we assume that the award winners have been sampled from a universe of available products, and I don't think we think a lot about the logistics behind what it takes a brand to enter, the monetary costs associated with it, and then more than that, the panel of people reviewing the products or evaluating the products, you know, who are they? What are their claims to knowledge in the beauty space? Something else I'm really interested in, because everyone wants to stake their superiority of claim to knowledge in assessing a beauty product, which I think is just interesting. And then, you know, what are the metrics for how they're evaluated and tested? So I kind of want to dig into all of that through this project. So it's a little bit more than just, you know, what's my personal independent take on this product or this list of products as, you know, a best in show or winning some kind of award. I already have some thoughts on the A Night for Green Beauty award list, right? So obviously not everybody's going to agree on these things. There's so much subjectivity in talking about products. But I was just on the Indie Beauty Expo site, and Jeannie Jarneau is she's listed as an expert evaluator for the Indie Beauty Expo. So obviously I have a long-standing relationship with Jeannie. I think a lot of us trust her implicitly as a curator and as someone that is presenting her vision of clean beauty to us. I actually talked about this quite a bit with Marie from And the Color Green on my podcast episode, that you'll be hearing tomorrow. I always have to keep in mind how my content is coming out. So you're seeing this on Sunday. My podcast episode for tomorrow, Monday, March 9th, is with Marie from And the Color Green. We talk about this, how, you know, part of what Marie was speculating is that a compelling approach to beauty boutiques in the future would be, you know, basically selling a vision or selling a curator's perspective. And I thought that that was, you know, really interesting. Kind of rambling at this point. I was going to show you what else I got in this Beauty Heroes order, but I think I'm just going to do an upcoming Mercedes shops because I have been like doing some beauty shopping. That's just where I've been at. I've been doing some clothing shopping. I just picked up some stuff from Cezanne. I really hope you guys enjoyed hearing this. I'd love to hear from you in the comments about what you think of this month's box. All of the information, if you'd like to sign up through my affiliate link in the description box, I'll have that down there for you. I would be most appreciative. It helps support my work here on L'Amour. Any way that you would like to support, even if you just want to like this video, tell a friend about it, listen to the podcast, rate and review it if you feel like it. All those things really help. And then of course, if you'd like to come over on Patreon, I do tons of bonus work over there. All right, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next Sunday, I hope.